Y'all know what it is and who it is. It's your boy Fight Night Dex, Four Corners Boxing, and I'm here alongside my co-host, man. We back for another round of 12 rounds of boxing, man, alongside the Maniac, man. Fight Night Shon, the heavyweight champion of the world. Big Mo, Fight Night Mo. You know Mo knows what's up, man, and we got a lot to talk about. You got a lot to let the people know what they need to know, because Mo knows what he talking about on Fight Night, you hear me? And if you don't know shit about boxing, the Maniac is gonna hit you with that, you heard?
Bring the pain.
This is what we do, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boxing fans of all ages, man, you're now tuned in. Again, 12 rounds, 12 topics, 60 seconds, go. This is what we do, man. Fellas, how y'all doing, man?
Good, man. How was your trip to
Good,
Vegas?
man. How was that trip, man? Yeah.
Vegas, oh man, Vegas is Vegas, man. I try not to get too caught up in Vegas because you could get caught up in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I saw you working, man.
work is what we do.
Working.
That's what we went to do,
A lot
man.
of interviews in there.
Shout out to Ye. Shout out to Ye, birthday man. Yeah, you heard. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Rock, man. They came through. Rock from Kansas City. Josh from California. Me and Ye from New York. Four Corners got together. And we did what we did, baby. We had a good time. A little gambling. My guys was winning, you know what I'm saying? I got me a little slot money, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? But cashed out and now I can spend this money while I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do, man. Guys, we had a great fight week. We had a great fight. Haney, Loma, you see it, man. Next to Davis and Garcia, these guys, the lightweights, man, huh? The lightweights of boxing are lighting up the sport of boxing, and we loving every minute of it. Some might be disappointed with the way these decisions have been going out. Others are just satisfied, like Devin Haney is right about now, huh? We gonna get to the start of it, man. Round one, man. Mo, you started off round one last week. We gonna get the Maniac on this one. You hear me? Round one goes to the Maniac. Haney, Loma, Vegas, fight week. Hold on, 60 seconds. Go.
Wow. First of all, round of applause. What a fight. Technical chess match. Wasn't boring. We saw everything in this fight with the exception of a knockdown, which is fine.
Okay.
Right? We seen smarts. We seen guys make adjustments. We seen body shots. The sweet science in a nutshell. This fight had everything, man. And, of course, the decision, right? I guess that's the biggest problem here. But I didn't see no issue with the decision. Okay. I saw it could have gone. I had it a draw, right? I see Devin Haney dominating the first half, Lomachenko second half, but in between there was a lot of swing rounds. Hard, rounds that are hard to judge. People get caught up in their feelings, and they one fan of a fighter, and they want to feel like, no, he won because I felt he landed the cleaner punches. But in the bottom line is, it was a hell of a fight. I don't think no one was robbed because no one was dominated. I could have seen it for either fighter, but I had it a draw. Would love to see a rematch.
It was a good fight. I was there live, pro Loma crowd. Loma looked like he was working a lot more live, and then back home, I saw it on television. Still scoring it for Loma, with the exception that it's no further than a 7-5 for anybody to win that fight or a draw. Devin Haney did his thing, though. Mo. And in round two, we're going to reset the clock. Pick up on where you say robbery. That's what's going on. Was this a robbery or was this a fair call?
I'm going to be honest. At first, I was like, oh, this is a robbery. Shout out to Manny Fresh.
Fight Night
Fresh. And his wifey, Selena, my sister, for hosting us. Me and my wife that night, along with Dollar Bill.
Cousin Dollar.
You know what I mean? We was in there getting it on, arguing, going back and forth. I thought it was a robbery at first. Went back, got my emotions out of it. I said, no, let me think, level head. I watched the fight again. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it could have went either way, swing round. Loma started off late. He started off a little bit late. He wasn't aggressive. He got in about round 5 or 6. He started filling them out, getting momentum. You can even hear in Haney's corner, Haney saying, "Daddy's figuring me out. He figured it out. He figured it out." He picked them up. He started analyzing everything.
10 seconds.
Haney, Loma, either way, whoever you're a fan of, you can say it was a robbery, you can say it was Loma, you can say it was Haney. I gave it to Haney just by the slight edge. 7-5, I would say it was. Those body shots was effective, and that's what I think was more so that the judges saw that was more effective punches for Haney did. When you fighting the champ, you got to beat him hands down. Don't leave no question in the judges' minds, and that's why I think he got the win as well.
You was picking Loma as well.
I picked Loma.
Devin Haney his victory.
I give a shout out to Haney. He went and handled his business. He did his job, and you know what I'm saying. He showed that he can go in there and he can handle business. I thought he was going to fight on the outside. He went in and fought a little more on the inside game, which was surprising. I thought he was going to use his distance and his length. But no, him and his dad had a different game plan. So that was a surprise to me.
Yeah. Again, watching it live, I had it for Loma. I thought it was more towards the robbery way. I came home and I watched it. It was a very close, good fight. Devin Haney is very good. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney is very good, man. That was no knockdowns. No, not too much blood, no brawl, science. Nobody
got dropped. People got stunned. You might have moments where a punch.
No, I think Loma did more stunning.
Than
but the body shots kept Loma off
of attacking as much, a little bit more at certain moments.
So it's there. It's a 7-5 victory either way.
I just want to throw.
I had it for a draw.
I want to throw a wrench into this real quick.
Right. So this is the main event.
Who beat Loma more definitively? Was it Tio or was it Haney?
I had Theo beating him more definitively.
I had
no
problem placing. There was no question. In my mind, that fight wasn't a question. I had Theo beating him.
Or that fight goes to a draw, but Loma doesn't get that decision.
Regardless.
Just like I feel now that Loma gets this decision, or it can be a draw, but I'm not giving Haney the victory. But again, you got to beat the champ to be the champ.
And I feel like in that fight with Theo versus Loma,
Loma started later, even later on that one.
Loma in that one, right? Loma did start late. He started about 6-7 rounds picking up, which is it's like history repeated itself again. You going against
unanimous decision losses.
You got two big fights like that
to the young guns
with the straps on the line, and you trying to pick it up 6th round, 7th round. You can't do that. You gotta win in dominating fashion. With that fight versus Teofimo, Teo won. Based off, he got more of the points and was more aggressive in those later rounds, and that was a big effect for the judges to swing it his way.
Let's keep this show going, man. Let's keep this show going, and we're gonna go into round 3. Sure. What's next for both guys, man? We let's keep this same flow going, man. What's next for both guys? 60 seconds, go.
Wow. So right now, Haney, as we mentioned, off record that he did sign the 2-fight contract. Extension. So that means these fights should be in-house. So we know if it's going to be 135, it's either going to be someone, we will hope it's someone like Shakur, right? Because that's a big fit.
That was the
big
plan.
Fight. But they might go with someone like Jermaine Ortiz because Lomo mentioned that.
Yeah.
Lomo
said Jermaine was tougher than
Jermaine.
Jermaine was tougher.
So I could see Team Haney say, "Yo,
let's go to Jermaine."
Yes, I say let's do. He told us to fight him.
How about the rematch?
Yeah, I love it. I would love for them to run it back, right? So these are the options, right? To answer your question, is either you run it back with Lomo or fight Shakur at 135. If not, you let the belts go to 140 and fight Teofimo or the Josh Taylor winner. And that's it. Or you fight Riley for his belt. But Riley's with the PBC.
Yeah, so we don't at your clock. But what about Loma? What's next for Loma?
For Lomo, sorry. Lomo, now, if you notice at 135, he's always the smaller fighter, right? Mm-hmm. Not that he can't bang, but his power doesn't translate as it did at the 130, the 126, where he's putting dudes to sleep, right? Maybe it's time for Lomo just to go back to 130, right? And just see what's down there, how I look down here. A lot of smoke at 130. And not only that, people might feel that based on this performance by Lomo, he might not have much in the tank. So they might be willing, they be online like, me. I want the Lomo next. Because me, if I'm a fighter,
you want that,
I want Loma smoke. Because I don't think he could duplicate that. That's why people were saying
Haney wins the rematch.
There you go.
Haney
because of that, no one can see Loma duplicating that fight what he did this past Saturday against Haney. So I definitely think that if for Lomo's either the rematch or go to 130.
He's talking that 130 smoke.
Some other news that dropped today.
He's
so
talking that 130 smoke.
To Loma.
We gonna keep
Loma's
it.
trying to throw a wrench in the 135
round. We're going to keep it at 130, and we're going to keep it with Oscar Valdez, who also came back and returned on the undercard to this pay-per-view. He had a rematch with Blue Nose Adam Lopez.
Yeah.
Gunner. Shout out to Adam Lopez. Gave us tons of love. Got a good interview with him.
Great person.
Few picks. The dude is always game. Never ran, never will. Oscar Valdez is back. Oscar Valdez picked up a comeback win. What's next for Oscar Valdez, or how did you assess Oscar Valdez comeback?
That fight, he looked good. I'm gonna be honest, he looked good. Honestly, I wanted to see Lopez win that fight, just on the strength of what happened in the first fight.
That's my guy.
Because I was rooting for you, Blue Nose, just so you know. I went on FanDuel, dropped that on you, and but because of what he did in the first fight on such a short notice. So I said, what if he has enough time in camp, 8 weeks and better, and he did that on the short end. Imagine we could do
properly sitting at the weight class now too.
What can he do when he has enough time? But Valdez showed that he's a veteran in that weight class. He came back hungry, stronger. He was more experienced. His ring IQ showed in the fight. How he was cutting off the ring, certain movements. He wasn't letting Lopez get off on certain shots. So it just showed the experience in the veteran. Good fight, good win for him. Next for him is to get his name back in the mix, getting back to the title shot.
And the back to the title shot it is, man. Round 5. Round 5 for the Maniac. Go crazy on the Maniac because Valdez and Navarrete has been announced for August 12th in Phoenix, Arizona. Top rank, ESPN, big fight, Mexican warfare.
That's a good one.
We in the building or what?
I want to be in the building,
Arizona,
but I'm about to have a baby, so let's see. You got two. This fight, it's gonna be like 2 cars with broken brakes. Going at 100 miles per hour. It's only going to end one
downhill.
way. Bad.
Downhill.
It's going to be a collision. These guys are going to come to fight. Expect blood.
No fast
Expect war. Expect
for those that
knockdowns.
love that bloody fight.
This is going to be it.
One of those.
This is going to be it. Navarrete, champion, beast, animal, tall, long, rangy, power, kabox. Punch from weird angles, just dangerous. Oscar Valdez is short, stocky, moves a little better, has a little more technically sound. But that shit don't matter when you get 2 Mexicans. They only know how to fight one way, X.
Go!
And that's
and
boom!
That's it.
Right on the
Shout
dot,
out to the Mexican fan base. Shout out to the Mexican fighters.
Mexican
style. Y'all know how y'all
Mexican
do, man.
style.
Y'all put y'all blood, sweat, and tears on there, and y'all go out on y'all shield. And that's what we love watching, some boxings, like some fights like that.
Mexican style, bro. That fight has.
It's embedded in them, man.
I think they should name. That should be the top rank.
I can't wait to see the promotion.
Name it Mexican style. Name it Mexican style.
All right.
It's got to be something crazy. Bloodshed.
Valdez was supposed to fight him earlier this year. They were supposed to fight earlier this year. Valdez had an injury
to his hand.
He's back. That wrist looked good. Arms look good. Elbows look good. Wherever the injury was. Navarrete just picked, man. But he got rocked too. Navarrete got rocked. He moved up to 130. He got rocked and dropped, but he pulled out the victory.
He pulled through. Champion. Showed the
That's
champion
what champions do.
That's it.
That's the fight for this August. That might be the next trip.
What's that? To 12? August 12?
August 12th.
Arizona.
Guys, train properly. Stay healthy. We don't need no postponements on this one. Let's run that one. But
that's gonna be a good one.
We gotta go shout out the ladies right now, Mo. We gotta shout out the ladies. We halfway through the fight, round 6. Ding, ding, ding. We gotta shout out the ladies who continue to do the damn thing and put on like nobody else puts on because the girls don't care. Undisputed against undisputed. Division champ against division champ. Katie Taylor, who by many is ranked as the #1 pound-for-pound female in boxing, stepped up to 140 pounds to take on Chantel Cameron. 140-pound championships, Homecoming, Ireland, Conor McGregor, The Zone, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, internationally known on this ring microphone.
The whole country's behind you.
Go.
Good fight, great fight, but it wasn't Katie's night. And
Great fight.
But
Katie's night.
great fight, good night, but it wasn't her night. But you can't knock her because she tried to chase greatness. She's challenging herself. She's moving up. She's trying to do that Canelo style. Try to challenge herself and go in different weight classes and see if she could take the straps. But
listen, legacy is what it's about.
The 140 champ, let her know, this is what I do. This is why I got these straps. You can come up here if you want to, but I'm going to show you it's a different pedigree up here. And that's what she did. She handled her business. She did her thing. Listen, Katie got an L on her record. Hey, all champs do. She dropped back down to her weight class. She's still undisputed at that weight class. Now, on to the next thing with her. I want to see her versus Katie. Katie versus Amanda Serrano.
Rematch.
That's the rematch. Let's do it in Ireland, like y'all say you're going to do it, and let that happen. And that's it.
Katie got a majority decision defeat. Chantel Cameron got a majority decision victory. One judge had it a draw. And a few others said the same. I've heard that one go around, been running around the blogs. That Katie could have gotten a draw. She was home, but she put it all on the line in front of her people. Salute to Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron. They got it rocking. The ladies always get it on.
When you're going against the
ladies
champ,
always get it on, Shon.
You already know. When you go against the champ, especially undisputed champ, you can't leave no decision in the judge's hands. You got to go out there. You got to knock the champ out, or you got to knock them down a couple of times, so it could be a one-sided street. And it didn't happen for her that night.
She said she's gonna take the rematch. She said that she's gonna put the rematch clause in. Katie Taylor said
she wants that
activate that. Yeah,
I like that.
I think she can beat. I think she can. She's tough. Katie's tough, man.
She's no slouch, man. Listen,
no.
Katie was scrapped, bro.
It was decking each other, man. And Cameron, it was big and strong, and that's why I feel she won the fight. The big and strong, she used her big and strong size on her, but she didn't drop her. She didn't hurt her.
No.
I think that if Katie could just put those shots a little more straight, looping shots that she throws, like put them a little more straight as well. Advice for the Serrano fight as well, because Serrano hit her with everything, and Serrano didn't put her down neither. Katie's tough, man.
She got great footwork. That's the thing.
She moves around that ring very well.
She got good footwork.
She's like a Loma, right? She moves around that ring like a Loma, right?
She got good footwork. She got good ring IQ. She knows when to turn it up and turn it off. And
she tried to fight back very hard, man.
Like we saw in the Amanda fight, she knew when to turn it on and turn it up, turn it off and turn it up. So it's gonna be a great fight. Rematch is gonna be entertaining. People are gonna tune in again to see if she can get those straps. And hey, if she gets it, she gets it. And if she don't, it still doesn't stop her from being in the Hall of Fame. She's still gonna be undisputed in her weight class currently right now until the Amanda fight comes back around, and we'll see how that happens, if it could be changing hands of the belts. But until right now, hey, she got nothing to hang her head about, and she's still cashing that check.
Undisputed against undisputed, round 7. The ladies are doing it. He wants the rematch, in which we all want the rematch, but Serrano is undisputed as well, so that'll still be undisputed match, right? Mm-hmm. The ladies are doing the damn thing. When are the guys gonna start doing this, Shon? What do you think about the undisputed, man?
Well, it's so. Most of the time when you get those kind of undisputeds, it's either you got to be a division up or one division down, right? So right now, I know we'll speak about it later, but let's say the winner, Crawford-Spence winner, will be undisputed at 147. Mm-hmm. At 154, we have another undisputed champion. So maybe we can see
deal they saying Crawford has.
Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm. But so regardless, whoever wins, who comes out of that is going to be undisputed. Mm-hmm. So we have 147, 154, right? So they going to fight at 154 regardless. They were talking about the second fight or third fight will be there. But anyway, to answer your question, we don't have that many undisputed, right? Just off the bat,
the ladies got a few.
Is Canelo,
10 seconds.
Is Charlo.
Charlo.
No,
Haney.
So there's 3. So there's not much. So right now, Spence and Crawford can make it happen.
You could have your fourth.
Yeah.
You could have your fourth weight class right there.
Spence and Crawford goes up to 154 and they can make that happen. That's where we're looking to get that. That's where we're looking we can get that
Could
most.
possibly be a trilogy based on
Good point there.
But if it's Spence, but if it's Spence, does he fight Charlo?
Yes, he said he's with it.
He said he was willing to go up.
All right, so I'm good. Well, they're gonna go to 154. I think Mo by the second fight
they can move to 154.
They'll be at 154.
And that's the thing. If they go, because they said it, they got it's a 2-fight deal. So Crawford's got a 2-fight deal set in place. So however the first one plays out, whether he wins or lose, they can activate their rematch. Boom, do it number 2. They probably be feeling, like you said, feel more comfortable at 154. We can have that second one at 54. And then you can have a split, 1-1. Then the trilogy. So from that, they're saying, okay, whoever wins that and is at 154, boom. I mean, we could take on Charlo.
Yeah. We talking about 154, we talking about 147, we talking about 35, we talking about 140. Let's stay on that topic, man. For my boxers that are out there, for trainers, ex-fighters, fighters all around the world, I want to know, Mo, is it easier? It's not even easier. We're not going to use that word. Is it more difficult? Which one is more difficult? Is it more difficult to become a unified, undisputed champion in your division, or to conquer divisions and go up in weight and continue or down? Is it easier? No, we're not going to use that word. What's more difficult? To unify titles in your division or to move up in weight and win multiple division titles? What do you think?
Jeez,
Mo knows.
This is a difficult question. I'm glad you brought this topic up. If you sit and think about it, you would think right now with today's boxing, with the guys, not the ladies, the guys, certain guys are not fighting each other, so it will be more difficult to get undisputed in your weight class. But
somebody just unifying.
But even unifying it could be difficult because you got guys ducking this for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They storming out, waiting till certain guys get of age, then they want to fight you. You know, so we already seen that in previous fights of history. Right now, though, I would honestly say it's more difficult to get multiple championship in other weight classes because of the difference. Like I said, it's weight classes. If you're not used to that weight, if that's not your walk-around weight,
10 seconds.
Your boy, Canelo, he tried to challenge himself and go to Bivol.
75.
He tried to do it, and they just showed, look, this weight class is not for you. You're the king at 168. It's very difficult right now with today's boxing to go and win multiple championships at different weight classes. And those who are doing it, those are the ones that are getting put on pound for pound, the pound for pound list.
Pound list, yes. I like
or
that. I like that.
Either you become undisputed.
Okay. I like that.
Just to add to that real quick, it all depends, right? Because unfortunately with boxing, too much politics is involved. So if you have a belt, you have a belt, I have a belt, but I'm top ranked, you PBC.
Bullshit.
What's the chances of me unifying with y'all?
It's tough.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's not like the old days.
Yeah,
man.
so there you go. So I think unifying in the division is harder because it all depends who has the belts. Because now politics play a part. And who really wants to wait around to see if I'm going to fight James, if I'm going to fight Mo? Because Mo's with Matchroom. And Matchroom and this company don't do nothing. So it to me, just go up and fight a champion. There's going to be somebody up there that your company does business with that has a belt.
You'll get your title shot.
You'll get your title shot.
Yeah.
But the unify is just difficult because of politics. Not because fighters ain't willing to fight each other, because companies ain't willing to do business together.
It's crazy.
It's tough on both sides, man. You look at it, you go up the way.
If you think about it, Spence and Crawford fought about 2 years ago. They probably would be fighting at 154.
They'd be at 154 right now.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you possibly might have Charlo moving up
to 60,
to 160,
now, 168.
and then 160, and the other one at 168.
That's the bullshit, the politics about boxing.
Yeah.
But what's more difficult, fighters? Tell me. For fighters that have done it, that have lived through this, what's more difficult?
Yes, let's
getting
get the feedback.
And not just getting the shot though, you know what I'm saying? Like winning, becoming a unified champion, or going up in weight, putting on those extra pounds, or losing the extra pounds to go down in weight. You know? That's the beautiful
That's
thing
true.
about boxing, right? Remember and remember that back when I had the red and black lumberjack. There was no in between. We have a bunch of weight classes now. It was 35 to 47. 47 to 60.
We have
you know
17 weight divisions now.
Thank you.
Jeez.
17.
Look at that, man. Like,
Thank you. There
it's
you
come
go.
a long way.
It was from one weight to it was lightweight to welterweight to middleweight back in the day. We had to jump 20, 30 pounds, you know?
Yeah. Times were different.
We're going to go into round number 9. I think you might like this one. No, I'm going to Shon. I'm going to Shon. Mo just hit us with
Going back to the Maniac.
Maniac going to like this one. I was down there in Vegas this past week. We was at the Haney show. And the word that's been around down there in Vegas, Oscar Valdez, as we said, was on the card. So Team Canelo was in the building. Samson was also in the building. And then, they shook hands and they chopped it up. I heard they had dinner and some drinks, man. Things were looking good. Samson, Eddie, they got to chopping it up. Bivol, I heard there's a little... Canelo wants Bivol at 175. Bivol saying, I'll come down to 68. I don't need to rematch you. I beat you already. You might have to go find something else to do, Canelo. You might have to go find something else to do. And Samson said, hey, Eddie, I know what we can do. I'm told that Samson and PBC Showtime, I guess because that's Benavidez's team, will be sending over a contract to Canelo's team this week. Shon. September is the date. And... Crawford and Spencer's down. We had Tank and Ryan. We had Loma and Haney. Can we close out 2023 with the bang? Benavidez and Canelo, super middleweights. Let's go.
I tell you this. Give me fucking Benavidez Canelo. We don't want no rematch with Bivol. Leave that shit alone.
Leave it real sad.
Leave that shit alone.
I agree.
Stop it. We need Canelo Benavidez. And the reason why we need it, Benavidez has earned his shot. Let's call it like it is. He has earned the shot to fight Canelo for all those belts at 168.
Been handling business.
And who's the most formidable opponent at 168? Benavidez. Mm-hmm. There ain't nobody else right now that we want to see Canelo fight. And we want to talk business. It does a lot of business. Because even though Benavidez is half Ecuadorian,
he's the Mexican monster.
They call him the Mexican monster until he loses. And then he's Ecuadorian to the Mexicans.
10 seconds.
But anyway, give us that fight. As fans, we deserve it. David deserves it. And it'll be another action pack.
I want it. Let's get it.
Samson and Eddie had a good time in Vegas, man. Eventually, what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. So you guys having a good time in Vegas, bring us those 2 other guys to Vegas. Bring us your 2 fighters to Vegas and give us the biggest fight that you can have next to Ryan and Tank. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo's still the face of boxing, that's the fight.
That's the fight to prove it.
Stamp
it.
Win it.
Seal
take
it. Listen,
Hall
Hall of Fame. I'm on the way. Here you go.
But like I said, it's the fight that's gonna prove if he lost a step. And like I mentioned in the other show, I said we won't know.
Yeah, he was having fun with John Ryder.
Wait, I said till he fight a gorilla. John Ryder was the monkey. The monkey.
Listen.
Listen.
That's good news in Vegas.
That's
that's good news from Vegas.
Hopefully, it transpires into a fight.
Hopefully, Bivol says no, Canelo. I'm good, Canelo.
I don't think he's gonna take that fight. I think he's already handled his business. He did what he wanted to do. He got the W on Canelo. For that fight, for Canelo and Bivol, it's more of a personal thing. It's more of a get back for Canelo to prove to himself that he's still that guy and that he can guide him.
I mean, if he fights Benavidez and beats him, then he could go back to doing as he please, right?
Right. Of course.
So call Eddie back and Eddie, let's go do what we're doing. Let's finally go get that fight in the UK. He'll continue traveling, but that's the fight, and that's good news.
That's a big fight. That's a
good
big
news.
fight.
Big news. Mo, round 10. Fight. Floyd, Cash Flow Diaz. Shout out the team. Cash Flow Diaz, baby.
DX, baby.
Yo,
PX, baby.
9-0, another victory, a unanimous victory, and a gritty victory.
Gritty fight.
You heard?
Gritty
Mo, talk your shit. Let Cash know that we was tuned in and we behind him all day, every day.
Man, shout out to Cash Flow. Shout out to Coach Mike. Shout out to the whole camp, the whole team, man. Did a phenomenal job. I love the way that Cash Flow showed his versatility in that fight. He was able to keep his distance when he needed to. He was able to go in there and bang when he needed to. He was able to do the body work when he needed to. Mm-hmm. He was showing that he got power, speed, his feints, his angles. He was changing up on the guy. Like, he was just doing a lot. And that guy was just a straight out, I believe he's Mexican. Mm-hmm. He was just coming in straight like Pitbull, just like how Pitbull coming in nonstop. He was just catching shots after shot after shot after shot. I'm like, yeah, they need to go do a CAT scan on him after this fight because I know he got a couple of head trauma up there. But good fight for Cash Flow. Great fight. Timothy Bradley was commentating on how he's one of his favorite fighters, how he was showing it. He showed that grit. He showed that real BX grit. And love you, my brother. Keep on. Listen, man, y'all keep putting my boy on. Get him these bigger fights. Trust me, he's going to be a world champion. We already know what's coming. Now the world is going to continue to see the greatness that we already know he had, man.
Cash started his career at 118. First 3 fights. Went up to 122 for his last 5 fights. Just moved back down right now to 120. He's looking to make his way back down to 118 from what Mike is telling me. Coach Mike is pop. And they're going to look to get busy at 118.
118?
122 and 118.
Between
those
that
are the
range?
2 weight class right there.
Between 118 and 122?
Working on those, but we know 122 is caught up with the 2 big dogs.
Yeah. Anyway, and Schoolboy Steph.
Maniac.
Which is coming on late in the year.
What you saw from Cash Flow as well, man. We all got to give him our thoughts.
No, Cash, man. I just want to let you know, I'm going to look in the camera for this one. You fought tough, man. It was gritty. I think you made it tougher than what it could have been at times. I mean, you outclassed them. You wanted to fight. But stay away from them ropes, champ. You didn't have to take that bleeding, man. My wife thought your hair was red. But that was the opponent's blood. Yeah. You fought a great
with
fight.
The blonde shag and left with a red one?
Yeah.
A man got his hair dyed in the middle of a fight.
Died in the middle
by the opponent.
He fought a great fight, man. Cash, you're getting better. Let this fight be an experience, that you learn from. Right. And that, listen, man, the sky's the limit for you, brother. Listen to your pops. Go in there. Sometimes I get it. As a boxer, you're a fighter. You say, I'm going to stay here.
Like the scrap.
Yo, you don't need to do that, brother. Use your skills to pay the bills, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like your idol, man. Like Floyd, man.
Floyd, man. You saw him in his years. That as late in his career, he didn't play that, and he bang.
He played the smart.
Move. You got that ability, brother. And again, just keep working hard, bro. Stay humble, stay hungry.
Come from a good pedigree, man.
And you gonna be world champ, brother.
Cash, 40 Central, James, and Justin, they love also from behind the lens. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
This is always us, man. We always
Much
here. We
rocking
with you all day. My favorite thing about Cash, guys, is his legs, honestly, because see how he's little ass be moving.
Yeah,
when he switched lefty, he switched righty. He could fight out of
and
both.
He did that in the fight. Right. He switched different stances.
In fact, he gave Timothy Bradley a hard on. he said, "Woo!"
I love when fighters move the way Cash just moved right now. You see how he just dipped? You see how?
Listen, that's a good thing.
And that's from a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So that's a great.
That speaks a lot of volume.
Speaks volume, man.
Oh man, listen, round 11, guys. We getting into the championship rounds, man. I got 60 seconds for you, Shon. We going back to Mo. We all get Cash love in round 10. Yeah. It's a 10-10-10 round all around the board. You hear me? And 10 more, you make it 40 from 40. You hear me? This is what we do. Round 11, we go back to the main event because again, Devin Haney is the dream. Like it or hate it or love it, Devin Haney is on top. He told Shakur, I'm number 1. And as he walked off the ring, right? Mm-hmm. Where does Devin Haney crack your 10 pound for pound 10 list, man?
So
pound for pound, the top 10.
Whenever it comes to the pound for pound list, I'm never one of them guys that it's a mythical list, right? It's
your list.
I never been
your list.
But how I like to say it, is Devin Haney one of the top 5 fighters in the world? Absolutely. He proved it already. He's undisputed, 24 years old. You got to put him in your top 5. Most people won't because of hate, right? Take the personal vendetta out and just say, yo, look, this kid got it. Whether you thought he won the fight or not, he's a top 5 fighter in the world. I don't care what anybody says. But he's top 5. I won't call him number 1 because number 1 will come at the end of July 29th.
July 29th.
That'll be the number 1 fighter in the world.
The brawl for it all.
The pound for pound list, like he said, mythical. Every sports blog has theirs. I got my own list. That's why I asked you guys who's on your list. There isn't a real 4. We don't have a 4 corners pound for pound list because I want to know who's your list. Devin Haney cracks the top 10 now. There's no denying it. He's defended the undisputed crown twice now.
Yeah.
Twice now, right? Okay, George Cambosis, he robbed in Loma, whatever. Like he said, all 3 judges had it unanimous. Devin Haney gets a lot. Just is not going like this, you heard? Just is not going like this. Just, I can't wait to get up with you, brother.
Oh, man.
He was enjoying himself down in Colombia. Blessings to my team over there on 40 Central. They was doing the damn thing, man. Tearing up Colombia and letting the world know that we out here too, you hear? Devin Haney cracks the 10. I haven't made my adjustment to where I'm going to put him at yet, but he will be cracking my list when I get a time to sit down this week and take a look at it. Mo, round 12. And we all gonna get some love because it's the final round, the main event, the final bell. Ding, 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 ding. Touch gloves. Respect. Respect. We putting on a wall for you guys here every time we talk our shit. Breaking news, biggest news, bigger than it's bigger than Canelo and Benavidez talking because this one they saying is finally here. They said we're gonna get it July 29th. That pound for pound undisputed list is going to be one man standing at the welterweight division. Terrence Bud Crawford, Earl Spence Jr., Mo.
Man down.
Listen, I'm going to give you 60, and I know you're going to run over your time.
What you want me to
We're going to have to ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Get security in there. It's here, Mo.
Let's get it on.
Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, July 29th, Showtime pay-per-view.
Like my man Martin said when he fought Tommy Hitman Hearns, the brawl for it all. That's it. The brawl for it all. You already know. I'm an Earl Spence fan. Big fish. Man down all day, every day. Listen. On my list, you got Spence. You got Bud. Bud's a phenomenal fighter. Both of them, I got them both right there, side by side. I don't got one over the other, even though I'm a fan of Spence. Like my brother Maniac said, July 29th, we're going to see who's the number 1 of the world of the welterweight division. I'm rocking with Team Spence all day. I'll probably be sitting on the side, away from you and Uno. So I know how y'all are already. Me and my brother Maniac will be sitting on this side of the room, and you and Uno can have that side of the room.
Or I might be in the delivery room.
Oh, you might. Facts. Might be in the delivery room. Something different. But
I'm not a different fight.
I'm glad it's. I'm push. I'm glad that getting all type of code names, getting all type of names called out. But I'm excited that the fight is here. It's long overdue. I'm excited that Al Heyman, Showtime, Bud team, Spence team, they was all able to get it together, and it's an 8-figure deal it's an 8-figure fight for both fighters. A 2-contract fight for them. So if Bud, however it turns out, first fight, win or lose, whoever the loser is, they can do a rematch. It's a 2-fight deal for Bud.
Yeah. 2-fight deal for Bud.
They can replenish their rematch right away. Fight number 2 happen again, which could possibly be at 154. And then however that split, if it's 1-1, we can be onto a trilogy here. Yeah. So we can be on something phenomenal.
It's clear to say that they both gonna be breaking the bank.
They ching ching.
8 figures on both ends.
This fight, and I don't even think it's up for debate, is the Super Bowl of boxing.
Oh yeah,
There's no fight in boxing. There's no fight. There's big fights you can make, but there's none bigger than Spence versus Crawford.
Fine.
There's
How
absolutely
How
none.
many podcasts? How many
I want to see
barbershop
a press
talks?
conference.
How many
Get this
people?
press conference
How many
on.
people been talking about you? You've had families be splitting up over this conversations. Like this is
My boy Dame says Spence. His pop says Crawford. I talk to them all the time and they be arguing.
Listen, we had Tank Garcia, right? That fight was more a popularity fight, right?
That's the young
Ryan Garcia,
generation.
the young generation, the power, the 10 million.
who will carry the
over
torch
here.
for the future.
Correct.
It's an event.
These
I
are
seen
the
him. That was
these,
more of an event.
These are the OGs.
This
right
is legacy.
Here. Yeah, this is
This
legacy.
is legacy fight.
This is boxing.
This
is boxing,
not only
man.
that, the winner of this fight, guys,
Hagler Hearns.
is gonna be the first undisputed welterweight for 4 belts. Because we know Zab had the 3.
It was 3.
Zab was
still
3.
the last
He's the last at 3.
welterweight.
And he reminded me
Shout out
that.
to Zab.
He
Yes.
reminded
Yes,
me
shout
that.
Shout out to Zab, man.
But
One of my favorite welterweights.
But
growing
these
up.
fighters would do 4 belts. So that's history. And guys, I'm not gonna get into this fight because there's too much boxing before that fight. And we just might need an episode just on that fight alone.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
You understand?
Oh,
Because bro, this
Let's bring
again,
up the history.
this is the Super Bowl boxing we're gonna get. Unless Canelo,
It's gonna be a hot summer.
unless
Tell you.
yeah, unless
Canelo Benavidez is huge as well.
it's huge, but it's
But
this
Not to
one,
this caliber.
I mean,
not on this caliber.
Not to this caliber.
some people have lost their taste for. I lost my taste for Spence Crawford. Not taste, but the hypeness, right? I mean, whenever y'all make it, I'm gonna be watching. Everybody.
But you know
wants
why?
it,
X,
but
I'm gonna tell you
they've
something.
taken so long. That they've lost a little steam on it.
Once you see the press conference, once you see the promotions,
once that boat start getting close to shore, you're gonna get
Once
excited.
these guys set it off,
Yeah.
everybody's setting it off
That's
now,
it.
man.
but
That's it.
Everybody setting it
go
off.
back to that. Shout out to Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny,
Yeah.
the Rise Podcast family, because Coach Calvin said that a long time ago. This is gonna be the domino effect.
Set the trend.
And it did.
Yeah, good.
Look what happened. We're looking at
paid.
fights that are happening behind it.
Hey, the
We
numbers,
got
the
Haney,
numbers are huge.
Lomachenko. Now we're gonna get Spence.
We have
Crawford.
Benavidez playing.
We
Benavidez
might get
playing.
we might get Canelo Benavidez.
We getting Fulton and Enaway.
And Fulton anyway.
Oh,
That,
man.
and that's a few days apart from. It's like a week apart from
like
these.
a week, 5 days. And I
And
think it's
5
during
days.
the week.
And if we go to the big boys, they're talking about Usyk and
Those guys died next.
Fury.
They gotta get it together.
They talking about getting in the mix
And
too.
Wilder
But
and
Wilder might step in ahead of that train if they take too long.
The heavyweights need to get.
Because
their
he's
shit
talking about
right
doing
now,
that Saudi
bro.
Arabia. He might have a big fight out
So
there.
so the rumor was that a 2-fight card in Saudi Arabia, because they money goes from
different.
here to another planet.
That's
They
different.
want the bag. We got
That's
the
chump
bag.
change. That's
Trump change.
Come fight here.
That's
That's
lunch.
it.
That's lunch money.
Listen,
for them.
they drive McLarens that's like Hondas.
Yeah. Nah. That's just
That's
so
the
much.
Ubers,
The
the
McLaren's an
Ubers.
Uber for the.
Nah.
You pull up my Uber, say a McLaren.
That's just
Like,
to take the
that's-
kid to school.
Yeah,
that's
that's
it. I will
right.
never. They will never go out with that McLaren. You crazy? That's embarrassing to them. Fuck out of here. They shit fly already. They shit that fly. We don't know. They won Usyk, Fury, Wilder, Joshua on the
Double-header.
same card. They
That's
talking about like 40, 50 million each
Yo,
fight.
2 heavyweights fights back.
No, that's amazing.
That's
I'll take
crazy.
it. Let's do it.
Do it. Do it because we're gonna be watching.
For sure.
And again, it's been proven thus far. Is how I heard Haney and Loma got some good numbers, 230, 250 or something like that.
It's about
For those
250.
that say
That's good.
those are bullshit numbers,
Nah,
it's actually good numbers for
Good
that
numbers.
fight at that price.
Yes.
On that magnitude. This building was sold out, that's for sure.
Yes.
The building was, the MGM was packed.
You was in there, so you know.
I stole me a few seats and I lost them too. Yeah, like I was like, oh, it's looking quiet in here. Not till the main event came on. I had to run my seat and go to my regular seat. It is what it is, man. B-More Rock, he stood right there in that red corner, you heard? Rock was in the red corner. Good catch on that seat, Rock. You hear me? This is what boxing is all about, man, guys. We're going to get another undisputed fight. Again, I'm waiting for the press conference. I hope to see them face to face before I just feed into this a little more because this is the one.
You don't want to get your hope snatched back.
Yeah, man, this is the one that's been just on some real bullshit.
I need to see the promo. Yeah. I need to see the promo. When you got the promo up, you know it's official.
It's like a girl giving you her number. That doesn't mean you got it yet.
You just got it right on the date. Yeah, when you go on the first date,
now you know if it's real.
Then you know it's real. All right. You feeling me?
Yo, this is going to be the event. The host, once again, Four Corners. We're going to do it up. For all my Spence and Crawford fans, get ready. We ready.
Fight night, we having it.
Yeah, we having
a fight night for sure.
Locking that down for sure. That's a must. Vegas, great shit last week. This up and coming week is quiet. It's a little slow.
We got this on.
We got this on boxing. Golden Boy.
We have Michael Conlon fighting this week.
Top rank. That's top rank. Michael Conlon and Lopez, right? Luis Alberto Lopez. They fighting for 122. So 122 pound title. Yeah. WBO or something like that.
And then we have the Alexis Rocha.
No, they won 30. Excuse me, they won 30. Collins
double
130.
check it. Just take a look at it.
Collins is 130.
Yeah, because I know he's small.
Because Roberto Lopez Ninja's champion at 130. Yeah.
Yeah, they fighting in Ireland.
That should be this weekend. I saw promotions for that.
Mauricio Lara and Lingwood Part 2. The Zone Matchroom Boxing. Woo!
That's this weekend.
That was a bomb burner. This is a quick rematch. They just fought in February, man.
Yeah, that's a quick turnaround.
Lingwood, what's up, my ninja? You gonna get this belt back or what, bro? And Branco Lara put him out.
Why? This is why Lingwood was gonna happen. What do they do to turkeys on Thanksgiving? What do they do?
Stuff them.
There you go. He gonna get stuffed.
He gonna stuff them, throw that seasoning on them, and then throw them in the oven.
Okay, these Mexicans been fucking up these Europeans. I'm sorry. They going to Europe, and these Mexicans are fucking up. Look at Felix Jr. He beat an upcoming Irish fighter on the Katie Taylor fight.
The diva. Cully. The diva. Yeah, I'm glad you got knocked out,
he
bro.
Got put to sleep.
I'm sorry, bro, but the diva's not the name. And I hope that this knockout woke you up from that, bro.
He got
cooked. I like that dude. But the diva, like...
The diva.
I'm not going to get caught up in that shit now, bro. But that's not the name, bro. That's not the name. The divas are in WWE. The divas are the divas of boxing. My girl... Alicia Bumgardner.
The divas.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the divas,
man. The divas is on Housewives of
Atlanta.
Divas
on Housewives.
House of Atlanta, Jersey, all that. Those are divas.
Felix Diaz, what's his name? He clucked him, right?
Yeah, Jose Felix Jr.
Yo, we got ESPN. We got Colin and Luis Alberto Lopez. Also another IBF 130-pound title fight. And then on the zone, it's Lara and Wood for the WBA.
And then another DAZN, two DAZN cards.
And then DAZN has also Golden Boy.
Put it up. Yeah, they haven't put it up yet.
It's Golden Boy, Alexis Rocha and Anthony Young. They on that card as well.
Two fights on DAZN Saturday, one on ESPN Plus. So listen, man, a lot of boxing this Saturday.
Jack Catterall is making his DAZN Matchroom debut as well on this fight.
Ooh.
Campbell Hatton, Jack Catterall, yeah, he's waiting for his 140 pounds.
So we waiting for that.
So I guess he's gonna see who the winner out of Tio and
Mo, you gonna be in the building June 10th?
We're gonna see.
You on the fence?
We're gonna see.
Dan Desires and Ronald Cruz just got announced for June 10th. They fighting for the Miguel Cotto Puerto Rican Day Parade Award.
That's
Miguel Cotto has honored at the Garden.
Who's Xander's opponent?
Ronald Cruz. Ronald Cruz is a body too from PA. They fighting in a junior middleweight fight.
It don't even matter. I just need to know the name. Who else is gonna get tallied on his victim list?
Cotto. What you said? What is it for the Cotto? What?
The Miguel Cotto Award, the Madison Square Garden Puerto Rican Day Parade. Miguel Cotto Honorary Warrior Cotto Award. Miguel, baby.
I'm Puerto Rican, brother, and I'm all for my bodies. I'm all for my black brothers. But what the fuck is the Miguel Cotto Award?
Bro, how many times we went to the Garden and Miguel Cotto
bunch of times.
That's why he got the award.
No, listen.
Bob Arum had to give Cotto some love.
Just fight for the Coquito belt.
A Pidao.
Pidagua. The Cherry Coco
Cotto's going to be in the building. That's his award, man. He's going to be in the building. He better be in the building, bro.
Let me get the Cherry Pidagua.
Listen, next year.
They go, whoever wins gonna get a Piagua truck. That's the winner. The winner gonna get a Piagua truck.
At the end of the day,
Miguel Cotto award.
Yeah, man.
Last year popped off. This year is back.
Come on, Xander. No, real quick, because we'll get into it the week of that fight. Xander, come on, bro. Step it up, bro.
That's my guy. My wife loves Xander. That's her dude.
Let's go.
You know who's calling for Xander too, right? Over at Top Rank, right?
We know. We ain't gonna bring his name up right now, my boy.
GOTE, Jahad Tucker, man. He
wants,
just made his debut at 154. We got a lot of smoke for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep rolling week after week, fight after fight, event after the event. We're gonna be at them. We're gonna be talking about them. We're gonna keep covering.
Jahad's fighting July 1st.
Jahad is back on the Toledo card.
Toledo card. He's fighting under. He's on the undercard for
Big Baby.
Jared Big Baby Anderson, who's making his debut back home in Toledo, Ohio. That's gonna be big out there. You know,
Top Rank is looking at another event also in July. Cash might be on that card as well. We don't know where it would be, but they have a slot time somewhere out here, man. So ESPN is gonna continue to bring us the heat, 4 corners, fight night, the Maniac, the heavyweight champ Mo.
We gotta get it back in Barclays, man. Listen,
hopefully
man.
coming
Joe Barclays, man. Joe Barclays, man. Talk to your people, man.
Joe Dimitri, shout out to Brooklyn Boxing,
back,
man.
Bro. Like,
Brooklyn Boxing all day.
Man, we need more fights.
BBC got to pick up the flow at. You know, like they run Brooklyn. At the Garden, Eddie and Bob are doing their thing.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing our thing. 40 Central behind the lens. Continue to do their thing. James, Just. This is what we do. Shout out to the squad.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Subscribe, man.
Tell them to come and bring. Let's get these fans up here.
Yes.